Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Been a little bit of a couple days, maybe a week. I've been busy with working on my business a little bit and some other stuff, but we're back today in a video. Just wanted to go over some stuff that we have changed recently, and we're gonna make a quick run to Walmart in the SS, and let's go ahead and start it up. All right, so it's a little cold start this morning. Always that thing. We got a little bit of a check engine light there because of the valve canister perch valve that we actually did replace. I replaced it myself a couple days ago. Still hasn't gone away. Why, I don't know. Another thing that we have done actually is I have gone ahead and done one of the most annoying things I've done on this car yet, which is I have changed all my spark plugs and wires. Now these front ones are okay to do, but my God, man, the ones in the back are just a pain in the ass. Also cleaned up the engine a little bit. Obviously, I'm not happy with how this looks. I want to paint the valve covers red. I'm gonna get ZZP coil packs, cold air intake, bunch of stuff. So don't even look at it, guys. So now it is time to go to Walmart and get myself a little bit of a tripod, I guess, so I can start, recording videos here in the car. Yeah, I'll see you at Walmart. So before we continue to Walmart and talking about the car, picked up myself a little cappuccino at Starbucks. I'm typically very against going to Starbucks and spending $5 for a freaking coffee. But since I was out of coffee at the house, I was left with no other option, because if I don't get coffee in the morning, or I just basically don't function. So with that being said, we are like literally across the street from where I need to go, so let's go there so we can talk more about the car. All right, everyone, so we got it done at Walmart. We got our little mount, so it's easier to make some videos. It's the first time I'm actually recording myself driving my car too, actually. Kind of interesting. But yeah, it's been about I think it's been about a week since I've last came on this channel, and last time, my last video, we were basically talking about going over the whole mod list of what we were doing with the car, kind of like future plans and stuff, even future garage plans. Now, we're not there yet because, there was a point in my life, in my short 22-year-old life, where I could have easily afforded to blow, a spare $10,000, $15,000 on this car right now. And right now, times are slightly different. I can't complain. But, yeah, we got to do it in steps, because some of the upgrades that my head wants to put on this thing have gotten, are pretty expensive, right? And I've kind of thought about it, like, do I really want to spend that kind of money on this car? Do I want to put more money in terms of mods into the car than what I've actually paid for it? And I've come to the conclusion that the answer is yes. And the answer is yes for a multitude of reasons. Number one, I never floor my car. This is not even flooring it. But yeah, one of the reasons is because this car is so special to me. You have to imagine that not only is this my first ever car, this is the first ever car that I have in the United States. Now, when I was a young kid, right, 4 or 5 years old, collecting all these Hot Wheels, all I wanted was a muscle car. I didn't care for Lamborghini, I didn't care for Ferrari, none of that kind of crap. So it's always been like this, and I love it. And to be here and owning this car as my first car, to me that's pretty special, right? So never gonna sell it, and I've decided that I want to give it the special treatment that I think this car deserves. So that's what I'm going to go for. And yeah, now another reason why it's so special is because I came to this country with my now ex-girlfriend, and been through a lot of shit, and I don't think it's necessary to mention and tell everything on here, but yeah, that also really contributed to the story. So this car for me definitely symbolizes a big middle finger to her and the situation, but also freedom, So yeah, that's just another layer on top of it. But anyways, let's talk about what I've done since last video. So since the last video, I haven't done an awful lot of stuff to the car itself. Really all I have done is some cosmetic stuff here and there. You'd barely even notice. I've detailed the interior, stuff like that, you know. Still haven't gotten around to installing my shift kit. I will be doing that very, very soon. It's just that every single time that I start working on my car, since it's the first car I've ever worked on, it's just like, you know, the amount of blood, sweat, and tears that go into, you know, actually performing all that stuff sometimes is almost like, you know, like whenever I think about how sweaty and dirty I get of it, I'm like, maybe I'm gonna push it out another day or something like that. But I do have to do that. I have to get it done because on October 7th, I am actually going to get my Brewer tune done by James Brewer, which I'm super excited for. It was not cheap, but it's going to be well worth it, and it's going to really wake up this car. So I'm super excited for that. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and do the brakes. And when the brakes are done, most of the things will be done. And all that's left for my stage 1 build is the cold air intake, and then you know, the suspension, which I have also decided to, instead of going with regular normal struts and shocks, I have decided to go with Rev 9 coilovers or Megan Racing, whatever's available at the time, and I think it's the best based on opinions that I've heard. And then also I have made a list now of what I would like to do for kind of like a next year stage 2 type of build. You know, next year should be right around the time where I am finally legal in this country, where I would have my social security number and all that kind of stuff, which opens up a lot of options for me. You know, one thing that I would like to do is get a second car, or maybe 2. I mean, one would be like a daily driver that I can beat into the ground. You know, I really, really love OBS Chevy trucks or like square bodies, so that might be something. And over the time, I can, you know, turn that into a little off-road monster as well. I don't know why this guy's honking at me for no reason. And then the other thing is, what the fuck's this guy's problem? And then the other thing is that I would like to get a Camaro SS or a Corvette. I've been eyeing a Camaro SS with a manual, 2010 to 2013 model. Love that look the most, always have. One of my dream cars, or a C5 Z06 or a C6 Z06, which that's kind of like 40 grand, you know. Count your mods on there, you're gonna rack it up. But that's something for next year, because the whole point of it is that when I have a second car that I can drive reliably daily, I want to kind of give this car a little break, because I really don't want to drive this every day forever, because I just kind of want to preserve it. And, you know, stage 2 for next year, the plans that I have for the car is that I would like to take out the transmission and the engine. I want to get rid of the current transmission. Even though it has 0 issues, I already know that it's not a question of if it's going to go out, but it's when it's going to go out. And the other thing is that when I'm going to be pushing, you know, 400 real horsepower with this car in particular, which is my goal, 425, the transmission, even if it's good now, I'm going to blow it up when I would try it out with that new setup. So that's not going to work, so I have to change that. And then the other thing is that, you know, I want to rebuild the engine. I'm going to try and do it myself. I think that is a huge challenge, but I think I'm more than capable of it. It's just a matter of time. Hence why I need to have another vehicle to my name to be able to have this car sit in the garage and just, you know, be able to take out the engine, take my time with it. And then what I would like to do is I would like to repaint and clean the block, you know, make my valve covers red, some stuff like that, you know, for a car show would be cool. And then on top of that, I would also really like to install a new camshaft. A proper DOD to lead kit is on the list. A new intake manifold. I know that the LS4 intake manifold is one of the smallest ones ever made for a Chevy LS block, due to the fact that they had to, you know, kind of downsize it to make it all fit, or whatever the case was. But yeah, putting a new intake manifold on your car on an LS4 engine block will make a pretty big difference in terms of power output. So yeah, a cam alone can add like 30 to 50 wheel horsepower. Intake manifold 30 to 40 wheel horsepower. That's pretty crazy already. And then, you know, the other stuff I could do is, you know, I could potentially, I want to get new fuel injectors too by that time, if I'm going to do it all anyways, and just rebuild it, you know, new parts wherever needed. Maybe send it off to a machine shop to get everything, you know, cleaned up and reworked if necessary. New gaskets and seals all around. And that's basically what I would like to do next year. And then when that's all together, I want to get a TEP, a Triple H Performance, Stage 2 transmission. And, oh, not to forget, I want to get those dog thoroughly headers on my car as well. And then when that's all done, I want to get repaint it in this original color. I'm tired of the faded paint. And I'm going to go ahead and get some new wheels probably in a month or two. And I found some really nice ones. I mean, obviously I like the stock wheels, but am I a pimp? No. I'm white as milk. So I kind of want to get rid of those. And I found some really nice sporty rims that I think are very tasteful. And yeah, those are the ones that I'm going to get, which will also allow me to go to 19-inch or 20-inch rims, plus bigger tires. And with the coilovers, that'll allow me to have that actually work and not rub anything, right? So that's on the planning. And then another thing that is going to be happening is that, oh shit, I'm gonna go straight here. And then another thing that I'm going to be doing very soon is, and this is I kind of regret it a little bit now that I haven't done it when I had the chance to do it all at once, but is my exhaust. So as some of you guys may know, right now I have no mufflers. I have a stock catalytic converter. I have a stock factory resonator, and then from there on out, it's straight pipe, right, with 5-inch matte black tips. Very well done. I absolutely love how it looks and how it sounds. But obviously, you know, on the day that it's all done, said and done, it's like, wow, this is so loud. And at this point, I'm like, nah, I think it could be a lot louder, right? So, and I'm not talking about obnoxiously loud to the point where it doesn't sound good, because loud doesn't mean good. I want it to sound good. So what I'm going to be doing, yesterday I ordered a Cherry Bomb glass pack. It's like a red little bullet type resonator replacement. It's a lot shorter than my current resonator. So it's almost like a straight through muffler, right? So there's really not much holding the exhaust gases back from flowing freely. So that's what I'm going to be installing probably whenever it arrives, should be in a couple days. That should change up the sound to the point where I would like it to be, because no resonator, I don't think that's an option for me right now, because, you know, I have neighbors, you know, I live with 2 roommates in a house, you know, I'm not here to piss everyone off, right? And also, if I'm sitting in the car with a friend or girl, whatever, I'd like to be able to talk, you know, and I also value my music very much, so I'd like to be able to listen to that. Now, the other thing that I might consider doing when I get the other stuff done is that I would cut out my catalytic converter. Since I'm getting my James Brewer tune on October 7th, he'll be able to delete and tune out all of the possible codes that I would have that would make it so that, you know, I don't know, that would make it so that I wouldn't have a check engine light after I delete my catalytic converter. But hey, I got to talk to my exhaust shop first to see what they say. I don't know how much it's going to change it, but yeah, that's definitely an option. And then before I end this video, the last thing, I'm sorry for the bumps. Roads here in Tampa, Brandon, are absolutely freaking terrible sometimes. The last thing that I'm considering doing is going to be a full 3-inch exhaust, right? I can keep all the components that I bought for my exhaust system anyways, but True-Benz, they make a 3-inch exhaust shaped for this car, and honestly, I don't know what kind of difference it'll make, but it definitely will look a lot cooler, and that's about $350, so not too bad. And that's it. So I'm super excited. I honestly wish I could just snap my fingers like this and see this whole build come to life, but you know, at the end of the day, as with everything, when I have my face where I would buy all my custom built guitars and stuff, it's really the journey that I enjoy the most rather than the outcome, even though I would enjoy the outcome. But you know, it basically means that you know, buying it step by step, constantly seeing the car improve bit by bit is more satisfying than, you know, having a mommy and daddy that say, hey, here you go, son, here's 20 grand, you know, blow it on your car, let me know how you like it, type of thing. You know, that's not something that I would enjoy. So yeah, that's it. Super excited, and God bless every one of you guys. Don't forget to drop something into comments if you have any questions or requests. Would like to do some car reviews here in the very near future on other cars, or people around town here that have a cool ride. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.